Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day with Professor Emeritus Seth Chaiken at University of Albany and his brother, me, Joel Chaiken. We're here to help you get better at approaching math SAT problems. This is from a calculator section of a sample SAT test. So, what is this? That's obviously a word problem. Let's see. On January, at the beginning of a year, there were 175,000 tons of trash that had a capacity of 325. Okay, fine. So about half full. A little less than half full. Whatever. More than half full. Each year since then, the amount of trash in the landfill goes up by 7,500 tons. Okay, makes sense. If Y not, I'm trying to understand the story. If Y represents the time in years after January 1st, which of the following inequalities describes a set of years where the landfill is at or above capacity? So this is like an algebra question, translating English into math, inequality. Doesn't seem that hard.
No.
Right?
Well, yeah. So this big number, 325,000 is the capacity. So let's kind of mark it wherever it appears. Okay. And then they ask the set of years when the landfill is at or above capacity. So that's the capacity. So we're looking for something that says at or above.
Right.
Well, greater than or equal. The thing on this greater than or equal inequality says the thing on the left is at or above.
Right.
So D is a possible answer. B is a possible answer because it says this thing is at or above. And A, this is equivalent to, right?
Right.
And so this is a possibility too. So we have to think a little bit harder. But I think it's just a matter of reading it. So it says at the beginning of the era, there were 175,000 tons of trash in the landfill. Oh, I already circled capacity, so I'm going to ignore that for the moment. Each year since then, the amount of trash increased. So this is the increase.
Right.
Increase per year. Y represents time in years.
After 2001.
After the beginning of the epoch.
Right.
And so the number of tons put in per year, well, that is 7,500. 7,500 times the number of years is the number of new trash, new millennium trash. And I see right off that this sum is the sum of how many tons of old trash that's added to the number of tons of new trash. And the inequality says the amount of old trash plus the amount of new trash is greater than or equal to this big number, which is the capacity.
Right.
So I think it's immediate that D is the answer.
Right. Now you did it in about 4. We did it in about 4 minutes. Hopefully, when you actually did this, you hopefully did this in about between 10 and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Obviously, a calculator doesn't come in here.
Yeah.
Obvious. I hate when people say obviously. It's so obnoxious. A calculator doesn't kick in here. This is just translating English into math, writing an algebraic equation. Rates come in, right? 7,500 tons per year. The other thing that I know everybody made a mistake back in 9th grade is the year. I know the first time you see this, you put the year in here. You go 7,500 times 2012, right? Everybody makes that mistake, right? Everybody makes that mistake.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, come on. No, when you're in 9th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and you're given a problem with the Y be the time, you always put the year in because you always make that mistake
not me.
first. Come on. You always okay, but anyway, you have to be careful that's the years after. It's like your birthday, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
It says there it represents the time in years after.
I know.
It says right there in black ink.
Right. So this is a fairly straightforward problem. There doesn't seem to be anything really hard. Oh, you know what's weird about this problem? Who cares about the year? Who cares about the years that it's above capacity?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be above capacity. The government,
it can't be above capacity.
The federal,
won't fit.
No, the federal government will levy a fine. If you go above the landfill, the federal government will come in and slap you with a fine of hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Right? So that's not intuitive. This is not intuitive. What's the more intuitive question is what is it up to capacity? Like the number of years you can use it. Isn't it strange that they didn't put that as one of the answers? Why didn't they put this in and make it less than or equal to 325? Just in case someone read this and said this makes no sense.
Okay. Now I calculated the difference of the two numbers. Notice that the correct choice for this question is an inequality that is not in simplest form.
Okay, well, who cares?
Now I will simplify it by subtracting 175,000 from both sides.
Oh,
so I get a right-hand side of 150,000 and a left-hand side. So I'm going to write this down.
Right. In other words, you get this. You get this, except this
and
is reversed.
I'm going to write here for everybody's pleasure an equivalent inequality.
Yeah.
An inequality that describes the same set.
It's the same.
The inequality that describes the same set is, again, you can't read this, so I'll write it here.
Seth. It's right there.
It's the reversal of C.
Wait,
so C is a distractor because somebody might have simplified and then made a mistake in the direction. Yeah. And they pick C.
Wait, that's right. So C, right.
C is wrong.
C is wrong. It's supposed to correct C. If C was going to be correct, it would be this. This would be the correct C. We'll put it in green.
Yeah. If you change the direction of the inequality on C, that would make C equivalent to D.
Right. That would make C equivalent to D. Right. Oh, okay. So it isn't it buried in there. It's interesting. Why didn't they? I bet when they were doing this, when they were analyzing, when they were figuring how they should ask this, I bet there were some people on that committee who said this should be the answer, and let's make this go like that. I bet
that's a good bet. Yeah.
I bet they were wondering. I bet they were contemplating which way they should go, and they must have had a lot of committee meetings on this one. Don't you get that sense? Because it's almost like I hate to say excuse the audience if I say this is too easy, but this is a fairly straightforward problem, and it would have been a lot more challenging if they made this one go this way and they made this one go this way, because then this would have been the right answer. It would have been hard to see. So anyway, it's nice to sort of get into the brains of the people who write the test, and we encourage you to do that. Try to think about why they asked this question and how they could have asked it another way, and this gets you some different views. Look at it from different angles. So, if you have an SAT math question you'd like us to do, email us at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. And you think we're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, okay. Like us, dislike us. Please give us comments so that we get feedback. And we'll see you in a few days. We may take tomorrow off. Okay, take care, everyone.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.